Porch.
Family.
Porch family.
Let's get the clap in though.
Oh my gosh. You ready?
3,
2, 1. Yo, Porch family.
What's up, gang?
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Danko.
And your boy Too Smooth, you
We're
feel me?
back at it again. Not with the yellow van.
With the Porch merch.
Hey, we're back at it again. Look at this.
With the Porch merch.
I got pink.
And I got orange.
And they got red. They got black.
Orange.
And they got gray.
We got all the colors
Yo.
we need.
Come get your Porch merch. Do what you want to do. But if you want to support the Porch family, get our merch. Hit us up. Seriously, we're working on a website. We're going to be coming up with that soon.
Ooh. Yeah, for sure. Felt real good.
Be on the lookout.
Straight up.
Feels good, man. It feels so good.
Progress always feel good, man.
Feels good. Smoothie B, welcome back.
Hey, for real. Welcome back to you too, bro.
Welcome back. Thanks. It feels good to be back.
Straight
man.
up. It does. It does.
It's like we didn't leave anywhere, though. We've been hanging out here all day.
Yeah.
This is what we do, Porch family.
Yeah.
Listen, we're going to give you a little insight real quick. Smooth comes over, right? He comes to my place.
This is true story.
He comes to my place, or I go to his place, but most of the time, Smooth comes to my place.
Yeah.
Right now, that means a lot because gas is very expensive. I don't know if you've noticed, Porch family, but gas prices are extremely expensive right now.
Guess what? Guess how much gas prices over here
Over here,
right now as
Wait,
we
here in Ocala.
yeah, right now.
Oh,
When I was passing like close to your house,
okay, what's that?
444.
4 for 4.
Yeah.
You can't make that up.
Swear.
It's 4 for 4.
Yeah.
Man, well, that's an angel number. Maybe that means good things are happening.
Hey.
Look, like I said, though, like I was saying, it means a lot because everything is expensive right now. Not just gasoline, but everything is expensive. Time is expensive.
It's inflation.
Everything's expensive right now, guys. So, Porch family, if you have any tips on saving money during these times, leave a comment below.
Leave a comment, man. For real.
But what I was trying to say was, Smooth, thank you very much. I appreciate you coming through. What he does is he comes through and he hangs out with me. We go over videos, or we go over music, or we go over podcasts, or we just do absolutely whatever we want to do.
Exactly. Ideals, and, just go over whatever we can make happen. Yeah.
But like I said, right now it is crazy times. Porch family, we hope everybody out there is living their best life, feeling great right now because like I said, I know it's crazy right now, but if you're still being positive and you have a good mindset, then you can make the best out of anything, I think.
Exactly. That's true. Best time to invest right now due to everything being so up and stocks are being so down and all type of things are down that you can invest in,
Invest in yourself.
Yep.
Make sure that yourself is straight right now. Take care of yourself. Keep yourself straight because right now, if you keep your health right now. You start, getting astray right now in these times. These, who knows what could happen tomorrow? Y2K could happen tomorrow. You never know, people. I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm just saying. Right now, times aren't predictable.
For sure.
Speaking of unpredictable, Smooth.
What's up,
We're
buddy?
back at it again with the podcast, man.
Hey,
How you been though, man? You been okay? You been okay?
Man, I've been busy.
Yeah.
I've been real busy, man.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you about some of the stuff we've been doing. So we've been making videos and everything. You've been editing most of them right now.
Yes.
So if you guys don't know, Smooth has been editing the videos recently.
Yeah.
He's been taking on the challenge and the obstacle of editing our videos.
Yeah, man.
Our videos are not the easiest to edit because we don't exactly know what we want in these videos all the time.
Exactly. It's a lot, and it's a lot like, it's a lot that you don't know of. Like when you're shooting, you kind of was overexposed. It's too bright, and then I'm like, you
have a different filter on the camera lens,
bro.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So and it but that kind of stuff like makes you mad later on.
But it makes you better though.
It does.
Don't you think?
It does make you better.
Because it makes you actually sit there and like think, oh, what did I do wrong?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go back and fix that.
Yeah.
And you go back and look at it and you're like, what was it? What was it? What was it? And it's gonna drive you nuts. But you're gonna figure out what it is because something in you wants that, you know?
Yeah.
Like that human drive to be successful, you need to get that fixed.
And it's always late night. Like, it's always like I'm having a problem at late night, like 12, 1 o'clock. Yeah, exactly, bro. It's always like the ending process or like when it becomes late at night, something happens. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it, like you said, it makes you better.
What is the deal with that?
I have no idea,
why
bro.
Is
but
it
I always have
nights?
a problem at night.
Do you think that's why they say that, like, when you go to sleep, like they're like, just sleep it off, sleep it off, and then let's go back and tackle it in the morning? You think they say that because of that reason, right?
Yeah,
there? Your brain starts just.
Yeah, I do think, but you know, like at times I make a commitment to myself, like, oh, this coming out tomorrow. I'm dropping this tomorrow. You feel me? Like,
not just that, but a lot of times at night, that's when you get the most creative and you want to do something. You know, you get the most motivated at night and like super late. It'd be like 3 a.m. for some reason. I can't stop thinking about this video.
I can't. Yeah, it's like an addictive. I need to, you know. Yeah.
So editing is not so crazy, but just learning the everything and trying to go through it and finding your mistakes is what you've been dealing with.
And having the patience for it. You gotta have the patience for it because like it's really frustrating at times.
Yeah.
But overall, like I'm not gonna sit here and be like it sucks, you know what I'm saying? Like nah.
I know exactly how you feel.
I love it at the end of the day, like when the video comes out and you get the good feedback and you know what I'm saying, and also the criticism.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
So.
I was just gonna say that part right there, the part that you said before the criticism part.
Yeah,
that's probably the best part, the best feeling, the best thing about editing is like when you make something and you get to watch it and you're like, oh, it's done, like I can sit back and then you watch it and you're like, oh, it's actually really good.
Exactly.
And you're like thinking like, okay, I can do this editing thing. Okay. And then you get past the video that you're like, ooh, okay, where do I start? How do I do that? What was this? And then you're finding a million problems, and then you find out that it's like 3, 4 a.m., and now you're like super tired from editing. And you're, like you said, the video it's got to go out the next day.
Next day, and you're like, oh man, I got to though.
Well, do videos really have to go out the next day? You know?
No, but like I said, man, you know, like you have to make that commitment to yourself. Like you have to be like, because I feel like if you just keep like, okay, I'll worry about it the next day, you're gonna get in that mode of like keep doing that.
Yeah.
You know?
There's a thing Kayla said to me, my girlfriend, my fiance. Sorry, Kayla, my fiance, beautiful fiance.
Rep it, bro.
My beautiful fiance. She tells me, she told me if there's something you can do and it's only gonna take you 10 minutes or so, I think it's like 10 or 20 minutes to do it.
Facts.
Like anything, just do it right then and there.
That's
Don't push it off. If it takes like 20 minutes of your time, just do it right then and there. And I think that's like that can go for more than just cleaning, obviously, or chores or the simple things that we all think about when we think of that. Yeah, I think that could really like, you know, change somebody's view even at the workplace. Like, man, I couldn't. Like, oh, I guess I could stay a little bit, or I could leave right now. Well, let me just take 20 minutes to do this. Oh yeah, like I'll do that and set myself up for tomorrow. And then tomorrow I come in and now the podcast is set up, like setting up the podcast 20 minutes before or something.
True that.
Simple as that, right?
That's true.
You don't think about that kind of stuff, but
that's true.
You know, you save yourself that headache and that time, right?
Yeah, preparation when like how rest in peace Nip, but when he said when preparation meets opportunity. That you're prepared, and then when that opportunity gets to you, you're already prepared instead of like you're not being prepared. You know what I'm saying? Like say yeah, like you got a special guest.
Nipsey said that.
Yeah, well, he said yeah. So, like when you got a guest coming on, like a huge guest, and they get here in the pocket, nothing's like
nothing set up.
Nothing set up. You look crazy.
Right.
You look crazy. So yeah.
You look crazy. Hey, nothing wrong with being crazy, guys. Sometimes being crazy is fun, and being crazy is cool, right? Just be crazy at the right times. Don't be crazy at the wrong times, you know? Be crazy with your friends, you know? Be crazy with people that you know. Don't get in trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a
Smithy
time.
B, another thing I wanted to ask you about,
What's
man.
up? What's up?
You've been boxing a lot more. I see you fighting a little bit more.
Yeah.
What's going on with that? What's up with that?
Man.
Tell me what's up. Did you even want to share that? I kind of just put it
You
out
just
there.
threw that out there, but
I seen it.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask about it. Is all. You posted it on your
Yeah,
Instagram.
I did. I've been boxing for years since a young kid, but yeah, it's just something I always have done. Like, I get that workout in. I love it. Like, I love that type of part.
It's a workout thing.
It's a workout thing now.
What zone do you get in when you're doing that? Like if you're boxing, you say you were doing it. Were you ever doing it like professional? Like maybe not.
I was an amateur. I was in amateur boxing. Like, like how you can go get your how you can get golden gloves and all that. Like
Golden glove.
like in that type of.
What is that?
It's pretty much where you're like the top boxer of like, like
The golden glove.
golden.
I was thinking it
gloves.
was something like you get like your black belt in karate.
Somewhat. That's you can
Right?
you can compare it like
Yeah?
that. Yeah,
Oh.
you can compare it like that.
Except in karate, it's a little bit fake, I'd say.
I did karate.
You did karate?
I did karate for
okay, so I'm not trying to step on toes, but I heard that karate was fake. It's fake martial arts. It's not really supposed to teach you like how to actually defend yourself. It's just supposed to give you confidence to find the skills to defend yourself, right? Because I mean, a lot of the karate stuff is like set up. You know what I mean? And it doesn't really work. That's just what I heard, Porch family. Call me out if I'm wrong. If you took karate and you're offended, tell me about it in the comments.
I took karate as a kid too, and it was just like I didn't like it.
I mean, did you learn anything from karate? Honestly,
I wouldn't say I learned anything from it. No.
Wow, you heard it here.
I learned how to kick. I'm not gonna lie. I learned how to kick like upwards. A lot.
Who paid for those classes?
My parents paid for them classes.
You hear
it
that,
was
guys?
my dad's idea because he wanted me to learn something. Just like get into something and then
an active body is just really what every kid needs. You need to be active. That's a good thing. It sounds like you had really good parents. Like you have
shout
shout
out to my people, man.
Yeah, shout them out. Yeah, my parents were really good too. They always kept me busy too. That's a big thing right now. You gotta keep people busy. That's another reason why I think we have so many people. It's like depression and just sadness going on. Whatever. Not enough people doing stuff,
That exactly.
And I'm not talking about the old man, like, oh, people need to work. They're not working. That's not what I mean. They're not. It's not that they're not doing anything. It's that they're not doing stuff. You know what I mean? Like doing stuff. And that may just be me self-projecting a little bit because I'm not doing that much stuff. Like I'm not out every day and out doing things. But when I remember kind of growing up as a kid and being just outside every day, right? And if you touch grass every day, you kind of have this like earthly bond with you. You kind of have this feeling of like, oh man, this is my planet. I live here. We live here. This is a coexisting planet. I can go around the street corner and talk to 5 people that I've never met before just by passing by and saying hello or something. Nowadays, you don't have that. Everybody's scared of everybody. True that. Nobody knows if they're sick. Nobody knows if they're crazy or whatever.
The way that thoughts have been put out there,
or they're just scared in general because they have anxiety because they think that if I talk to this person, they're gonna think I'm weird.
Well, some also right? too, because like when you say like you don't know if this person's sick, like I said, we still go out and we see like people with masks on.
All the time.
You know what I'm saying? So it still looks a certain kind of way to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, still like not like I'm not like, oh, it's a mask. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it still feels some type of weight.
You still kind of have that feeling. So it's always gonna be there probably.
It's
probably
crazy.
Gonna always
that's
linger
wild.
in the back of people's minds.
It's always gonna be that one or two. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or maybe a few. That never goes away. You're gonna see that. Like
I don't know. I think
you're
right about that. I think you're right about that because it's like you still see that stuff everywhere, and then not only that, but you still see like everything in your face about just everything. Like I mean, everything's in your face. So nowadays, everything is in your face.
Everything is in your face.
Everything is in your face. Ads, everything. Can't get away from it. I remember when ads used to only be on the television, and or radio. I mean, I guess the radio station,
right?
Us growing up, the 90s kids didn't really listen to that much radio. We listened to radio, but not
we
that
did.
much radio.
Yeah, we did in a way though. Because that's
not as much radio as I would say our parents did.
Well, but yeah, that's
right?
true. That's true. But you gotta think about it also. That's where we knew where the songs were coming from, the hot songs and like the radio and like also music videos at that.
Well, you know? I think we do. I think we say that because we had a good good elders around us, good people around us that would do that. Like we had our bus driver, Miss Walker. Do you remember Miss Walker?
Yeah, shout out.
Every morning, Miss Walker would blast the radio, or in the afternoon too. She would blast the radio. Some days she
not if you was bad though.
Yeah, if we were acting up, there was no radio. We weren't having it. But I remember she would blast the radio for us, and on Fridays she would just let us jam out. We would ride into the music. And she would know when the bad words would come on. Right? She knows when the bad words are about to come on, and she'd cut the music off, like cut it right off, and then we would just be jamming the music, bro. Oh my gosh, little kids, bro. I remember that so well. Yeah. I think I remember the day it was Lil Wayne and T-Pain that. This away, that away, this away, that away. Okay, I'm sorry I sang that song, and I hope we don't get claimed for that, but we probably will, and it's okay if we do, but it was worth it because that memory alone was one of the best memories I had. We were on the bus, and that song was on, and Lil Wayne was about to say a bad word, or whoever. I think it was Lil Wayne. Yeah. And then she did that clanked it, and we were all just going in. I remember Willie said the word. I remember Willie said the bad word.
Shout out to bro.
And she looked up, bro. Like she looked up, and you could see her when she was looking at you because she wouldn't have to turn her head. She would look up. And then she had a separate mirror away from the rear view mirror that she could see every kid in the bus, and she just knew. She knew who said it. She's with these kids every day, you know. So she knew.
She know your voice.
She knew, so she said it. So Willie said the word. And oh my gosh, it was so funny, dude. It was one of the greatest days of my life. Bro. It was a Friday, I think a Thursday or something like that.
Beautiful.
In middle school, coming home. Oh my gosh, what a good time.
What a great time.
Yeah, a lot of people would say they wish they could go back to those times. That's another thing I want to talk about, man. A lot of people, and even myself, I fall victim to this. Where we were like, man, I wish I could go back to that time. You know, like if I could just live right then and there at that time. You ever think about that?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You like not even just in general. Like I wish I could go back and live that again. No. Like that moment, you were right then and there. You could feel the exact same thing, right?
Yeah. That feeling. So you more. So you think is it more the feeling? You just want that feeling.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Do you think that we are creating this super crazy like dopamine high, like great feeling,
definitely
in our head, but in reality, like it wasn't. Like that.
It wasn't like that.
Like, it wasn't that good. Like, so okay, hear me out. Right now we're doing this. We're doing this podcast, right? We're making shirts. This is the beginning of something big, and we're doing this ourselves, right?
Go get your shirt.
That's a plug. Sure.
Get your shirt.
So we're doing this right now, and like in a few years' time, maybe a couple years' time, we're thinking like, man, those were the good days, right? Like, oh man. But we're living them right now, right? You see?
That's a good one.
You see?
Yeah.
But we're living them right now. So I'm thinking like, man, like I always go back to that same thing, thing where I go back and, you out? Yeah, let me agree. You go back, right? You go back to those times where you're thinking, man, I wish I could be there again. It's just, oh man, or I could hear that song for the first time again. You ever get that like that?
Yeah, definitely.
Where you hear a song, you're like, ooh, you get chills.
Yeah, you remember. Like, it takes you back to the certain time. Yeah.
Could we be remembering these things falsely because we have such a grip on reality at that time?
You want to know that? Now that you bring it up, I say yes. Because at the time we probably, you know what I'm saying? I think about it now because at the time I didn't feel as good.
Right?
Yeah, I wasn't really that.
Like, you could be the most depressed guy in the world, but like 10 years down the line, you could be thinking back to that time and being like, man, I wish I was him again. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because, okay, so for example, what if you had hair, right? You had a full beard or a nice head of hair, right? But then 3 years later down the road, you lost it all. But back then when you had hair, you were sad, you were super angry, you were just depressed, you had no nothing to live for. Now that you're bald and you're gray or whatever it is, Now you have, this to that. You have all this. You have money or whatever it is you were looking for. And you're like, damn, I wish I could go back to that time when I had hair,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But you were the saddest you've ever been, right? Why would you want to do that, right? I think we hold on to these memories like they're little banks, right? Like a little memory bank. We could just dip in for that little feeling of enjoyment, like of serotonin whenever we need it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a little like your honey dip in for feel good juice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that. I don't even know how to explain it.
I get it like that, like how you say that little dopamine feeling of
like this fake, false.
Even that feeling of saying it felt good.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So
it's like, and like that's how like addiction works, I think. Like drug addiction. It's like you're
telling yourself.
Yeah, you're chasing that same high. Like whenever you were like, say somebody's addicted to alcohol, it's an alcoholic problem. You're chasing that first time you and your boys got lit, right? Like, whoa, like that may not be it. I'm just saying in general. I think that's kind of how it works. You're looking for that same feeling, so you're like, man, I wish I could go back to that time when we was all hanging out on the round table and we was eating pizza rolls and I point my tongue.
Yeah.
Knowing that night, like I got broken up with or something. Meanwhile, that night it was like my mom grounded me for some stupid reason. I was pissed. I thought the world was gonna end at that time, right?
Yeah, man.
I don't want to live that again. I don't want to be getting grounded again. I'm 28 years old. What do I look like? Well, 27, turning 28 this year, guys. What do I look like getting grounded, right? So do I really want to go back to that time and live that again? No, I don't. But that feeling is what we're talking about. That feeling of nostalgia or whatever it is, the kick that we get, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And I don't.
That's a good one, bro. Because that was a good one because I never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
And it's like that.
Right? You think about it all the time.
That's
why they say it's like don't dwell in the past, right? It's like eternal suffering is like is thinking, dwelling in the past, because because you're always gonna be not good enough because you're thinking that I should have done that better, done that. It doesn't matter. It's gone. It's gone.
But that's a lot of. That's the way life is sometimes for,
What do you mean?
For majority of people that they live in the past. Like, you can hear about somebody talk about when they were in high school.
Oh, yeah.
They love it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was like
like that classic, like, oh, I ran 40-yard dash.
Yeah, they love it. They love it.
Yeah, seriously, man.
Last week wasn't good, though.
What about that?
Yeah,
you had a burger or something. Good steak. What? How do you think you get out of that? How do you think you deal with that? Or actually, better yet, how do you know that you're living in the past?
You don't know. You don't know.
You don't know.
You can't. You don't know.
You can't ever.
You'll have to have. I feel like you have to have you have to wake yourself up or something, or somebody has to tell you like, man, you living in the past, or
really
have to, you know what I'm saying?
You think
for you to
no
think,
way out?
I think because it's a reason why people are here. It's a reason. Like some people are here to like, hey, you need to get right. You're not thinking.
So you think that's kind of like a guardian angel thing? Almost.
Keep
people to keep you in check.
Yeah,
a good friend.
You need good friends, like even strangers, like.
You've been woken up by a stranger before?
Oh yeah,
I have too.
Oh yeah,
I thought that was just me.
Yeah,
I've met somebody who was totally random. I never thought in a million years I would ever talk to ever. And it wasn't that I knew him before or anything. It's just it was really some random person I gave a ride to one time, and it wasn't even like a hitchhiker. It was like hey, can you give this guy a ride? I told him I would, but I can't now. Do you mind? I'll give you $40. Okay, sure, right? But I did that I had a conversation with this guy for 45 minutes to an hour.
Wow.
Straight talking.
Where were you at?
I was in Dang. I was driving back up from South Beach, Florida. And it was like a weekend, and I knew this guy, and then he like I said, he was going to take him home, but then he told me to do it for $40, and I was like, okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm not going to say no because it's on my way home.
Right.
So I did it, and we had a conversation, like I said, for about an hour and 45 minutes to an hour. and it was just so refreshing, dude. It was so
Wow.
it was so therapeutic, and I really needed it at the time, and I didn't even know I needed it because it
Right.
was like a reassurance thing that my mindset was in the right place, right? I was going through this stage of like really paying attention to my surroundings and looking at people not differently, but just for people, like I
Right.
didn't look at them
Okay.
for I had almost like an ego death, bro. I had like kind of
Mm-hmm.
like an ego death where I was like really thinking about just like who I was and what I wanted to be and whatever. And this guy came along, bro, and I'm telling you, like he was like reassuring me. He's like, man, I really like the way you think, man. Like talking to me and
Yeah.
telling me all this stuff, and we're just going up back and forth and having a good dialogue, man. And totally different people, totally different aspects, totally different worlds. I mean, this
Wow.
guy was like a traveler. Like he was like somebody who doesn't stay in one place for longer than a
Yeah.
month.
Oh
I mean,
man.
he was on
Yeah.
the road. He didn't live anywhere. He didn't even have a car. Like he didn't
Wow.
have anything. He was just on the road,
One
right?
of the, one of them type of people.
Like a nomad, right?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like a nomad, right?
Yeah.
And it was so cool, man. It was one of the most interesting people I've ever met in my life. The only thing that he had to his name was a Kindle book and a charger for it. That was it. And a
Wow.
backpack of like clothes or random stuff. You know what I mean? Like just I'm guessing clothes. I didn't want to ask him what was in his
Right.
backpack.
Right.
But that was the craziest thing. It was the wildest thing in the world, dude. It was so weird, but it's like you said, it was almost as if he was meant to do that. Like he was
Yeah.
meant to be there. Like I
Meant
was like, well,
meant to give you that message.
that's
You know what I'm
weird.
saying?
That's so
And it's
crazy.
always the strangers, you know what I'm saying? Not like I can say, people around me like give good information, and at times
Yeah,
like
yeah,
they
yeah.
like, oh, okay, like
Yeah.
that felt good. You know what I'm saying? At
Yeah.
times it's like that, but when you have them strangers and you have them conversations
It's
that
always out of
kind
the
of it's
pocket,
like
out of
whoa,
blue.
and you
Yeah.
kind of open up. You kind of more vulnerable when the conversation is so good like that, or like you're not even noticing, like, and then like that feeling like you're like, yeah, I feel that.
Mhm.
You feel me? So
Yeah.
it's like you kind of like I like the vulnerable part.
Yeah.
You can to somebody that you don't know.
Right. That's
So.
another thing too. Is like when you're being genuine because you don't know this
Mhm.
person. You're like,
Mhm.
what am I got to
Yeah.
lose?
Yeah.
Like whatever. I'm just gonna tell him how whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
show
Yeah.
my worst side.
Yeah.
I'm not that
Yeah.
side. Whatever. But it's not even like it's I guess an even better part about it. It's not like a vacuum chamber because it's somebody totally new. It's something totally different. You don't know how they're gonna react and what
Yeah.
they're gonna say or what they believe in even.
Exactly.
And then you find out it's like I said, it's totally different person, totally different aspects of life, totally different walks of life, I should say. And like I said, it was something that I needed to hear, I think. But it's like you said, came from a stranger, totally
Yeah.
didn't know who that was.
Yeah.
So I was wild. Be opening your eyes up to those things. Let those moments happen, I think, because I think whether you believe in God or if you don't, but I do. I believe in God. But
Yes, sir.
if you don't, it's fine. You can say whatever you want, but like some people would say, the universe puts these people out there for you. But open up your eyes to those things. Really let those experiences happen to you.
Yeah.
Don't put yourself in any risk or danger. That's not what I'm saying. Don't go picking up random people on the side of the road. That's not what I'm saying to do. What I'm saying to do
Thumbs
is
up on the side.
to just open up your ears, lend a ear sometime, and really just like hear what somebody else has to say sometimes, because
Facts.
you never know when you can get that little bit of like drop of wisdom out of just a stranger you never met before.
Exactly. That's why I like to tell people, like, you gotta be a listener.
Yeah.
Cause I know a lot of people, like I work with a few people that they like to talk. You know what I'm saying? Talk. And even when I have said something that they bring up later, they don't even remember because all they like to do is talk. You know, but sometimes the gem is right there. Sometimes the clue is right there. You're just not paying attention or you're not listening enough. You know. So it's like you have to do that, and that's what I like to do, especially when a stranger talk, because I want to see if you crazy or not. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me. Okay.
I'll be the one that's calm and collective while I let you say the dirt.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I totally get that, and honestly, sometimes I fall victim of that, man. Sometimes I fall to the other edge of that sword, man. Sometimes I can be the one that's not, that's not really listening, you know, and like sometimes
Yeah.
I let things not fall through, but I just let things slip through the cracks, and that's
Mm-hmm.
I think that comes a part of being just human and having a lot of things going on, but also at the same time it's like, you know, it's like what you said, like learn how to visually, or not visually, learn how to see that, learn how to actually see that, hey, this is something I need to listen to, or this is something I should really pay attention to, and just maybe like not close your mouth, but just really open up your ears more.
Open your ears.
Because you're allowed to talk, you're allowed to say something, but really listening, if you're listening to something, then you'll hear it out.
Exactly.
Oh man. Yeah,
exactly.
You can really find some good wisdom like that. I mean, there's a lot of teachers out there that aren't even teachers, you know, they're just people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We got to teach a job.
Yeah.
You know?
What do they say? They say, you know, it takes a village to raise a kid.
And I believe that 100%.
You believe that?
100%.
I've heard people say that they don't believe in that. Oh, that's 100%. Not true. It takes a good parent.
It takes a village. True, because the parents not gonna be there all the time.
I think the metaphor speaks more of like not just a village. I think it takes self experience to make.
Well, I would say the village as in people. Like if I, you know what I'm saying? Because if I see like a kid not doing right, even if he's like no relations or nothing, I would still be like, hey man, that's wrong or something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like.
Yeah, step in within your boundaries.
Within your boundaries. Like, I'm not, hey, stop that. You know what I'm saying?
But check this camera really quick. Definitely. We're going to take a break really quick. Yeah. Okay, Porch family. Back on it again.
Yes, sir.
Before the camera cut off, we were talking about
basically what, like the kids, like, you know, stepping in.
You were saying if you saw
the village
within reason.
We're talking about the village raising.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. Okay, so we were talking about
it takes a village.
It takes a village to raise a kid, or so they say. And I'm asking Smooth if he believes in that.
Yeah, definitely.
What he thinks about
Definitely.
I don't think we'll cut any of this, but if we do, then that's what we were talking about. Smooth was saying that you need to
village.
If you see something, say something within your means. That's what you were saying.
Yeah, in a way, yeah. Because not just your family can help. Like, you know, because other men done helped us.
Yeah.
Through our
lifetime.
And that's
foolish to think that we know everything.
Right? And you know, even other men who didn't even know our parents or didn't even, you know what I'm saying, that just give you game or just try to teach you the right things.
You learn things from your friends.
Yeah,
and
also.
Your friends have good parents, right?
Also.
Yeah, and you got to think about it like that. You have good friends, right? And that must mean that they've got some good parents. That doesn't always mean that. But, I mean, you know, for the most part, they've got a good influence. So, I mean, yeah, be open. So, like I said, just be open to that experience, you know. I guess that's a good word of advice I could give to the young people out there, right? You have to take that, or are you good?
No, I'm good. All right. I'm working.
You're all right. Well, if we've been going on for about an hour, we should probably wrap it anyway in a few minutes here. But, Smooth, that was probably one of the best conversations I think I've had in a long time.
Yeah, definitely.
Me and Kayla will be out there talking on the porch sometimes. We get in these deep conversations, and I'm like, man, I wish I could have Smooth that right now on the podcast. Like, wow, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And I was saving them, dude. I was saving them. That was the whole thing. I know I got in a rabbit hole, but that's what I like to do sometimes. I like to twist your brain a little bit.
Yeah.
I love that. I like to twist my own brain a little bit. You kind of brought some things up that I never even thought about either.
Nice, bro. I love it, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring more conversations, like, you know what I'm saying, to the light.
So
we're gonna be doing this a lot more.
I was just gonna say, so I'm really excited about what we got coming up.
Exactly.
And the more conversations we're gonna have, I'm just in a better mood. I'm in a better spirit, I think, for the podcast. You know, before I was just kind of really stressed out a little bit. We've been taking this kind of a break. I've been just doing my thing a little bit, not really, but just trying to keep up, you know, keep up with life. I got a baby, Porch family. It's been great. It's been a blessing. It's probably been one of the greatest. Well, not probably. It has been the greatest experience in my life. I love it. I absolutely love it. Everybody around me has been so supporting and great, especially you guys, Porch family. If you want to support some more, buy yourself a T-shirt
and merch.
Buy yourself some merch. Get yourself some merch. We have custom T-shirts. We have custom pants, shorts, We have tank tops.
Come on, man.
Whatever you want. We have mugs. We have literally anything you could think of. If you want a porch something, order it today. You can check out our website when it gets up. I'm not sure if it's going to be up at this time yet. If it is, it'll be in the description.
Yeah, if it is, it'll be in the description. But for now, go to our IG at the Porch Fam. The Porch Fam we're gonna put it right here. You know what I mean?
Smooth's running the shop right now. So if you have questions or anything about that and the shop isn't up, go directly to Smooth.
You can come directly to me on my pages if you got me, or you can go to the Porch Fam and hit us up there. Response is extremely fast. Notifications straight to the phone, so extremely fast. We're gonna get you right, and just
we're working on shipping too. So if you live in another state,
that's no problem.
It's not a problem.
It's not a problem.
Not even a problem.
Just hit us up. Like we said, website is coming. Thanks, everybody.
That's what I mean by working on that.
Yeah.
We have a website coming out, so you can go check it out if you're in another state. So you don't have to personally come walk into my door and say, hey, man, let me get a shit. You don't got to do that, Porch family. We have it covered. We're coming through. We got Porch tees, everything you need. Order it today. Thank you. Porch family, thank you so much for listening to this.
And thanks to everybody who has already caught Porch tees. We appreciate y'all, man. It's been a lot of y'all, so we appreciate that for real, man. Much love to all y'all.
Yeah. Keep watching. We'll keep you posted. Porch family, TPF to the death.
To the death, man.
We love you. We love you, family.
Man.
Keeping it real. Porch fam for life.
And we out of here, man.
Hey. TP at the set. TP at the set. Hey, TV at the set. TV at the set.
Listen, baby, chocolate caramel, I'm so proud of you. Keep it up and don't listen to haters, they are out to you. Remember, I'm apart from you, so keep it all a part of you.